Here we are, back in Manhattan with the one and only Mr. Wonderful. Happy to be here with you again today, Kevin.
Great to be here, always, George. I've had a lot of fun with you. My great challenge remains the same, is I have an insatiable appetite for new dials because of the stuff I do on TV. It's almost like a woman going to a ball. She can't wear the same dress twice the same week, right? And I'm doing a lot of television, and so people are expecting new ideas from me every time I show up, and it's very challenging because I don't want another dial that looks like all my other dials. And so it's all about dial. And so I've laid the challenge out on you and many of my other, great relationships in the watch industry. Look, get me new dials, because I want new stuff, but I also want it to fit within the collection, as I love to call it,
right,
and be something, that I'm going to last with and grow with and everything else. And lately, even more a problem, given by some of the producers I work with, Kevin, we don't want you to be that asshole guy with two watches that nobody else can get. You're allowed to have a crazy piece on the left, but bring new ideas on the right. And so I'm doing that again today. You've already seen, Richard Mille titanium, a lovely piece. What is this now in the aftermarket? 150 to 120? I don't know.
Even in titanium, yep.
Yeah, okay. So that's not exactly affordable. Here's $2,000.
Same case material, right?
Yeah, I mean, an Italian guy, and what we called it Eco Nutra.
Right.
And that's the name of this watch. I just found out about this guy last month, and I fell in love with it. Super thin, but entry level.
Right. $2,000, you said?
$2,000. And so, buy it online, beautiful titanium, sapphire crystal. And when you get the job that you wanted, you get this. You move up the feeding chain. But there's nothing wrong with this piece. And so that's kind of the vibe I'm in, with one on each wrist. Now, given the dial challenge for the left wrist, the crazy pieces, I laid it down for you, said, George, what else you got?
So you've done a great job at keeping it fresh. I know how many appearances you make on all the different networks, and not easy to continue to find things that you haven't seen before. Well, I think we've done it twice today.
This is the most productive time I've ever spent with you.
There you go. I'm glad we're making things happen.
Because I'm very excited.
First Brand is a more well-known brand, even though they make 4,500 watches a year. They're not Swiss, they're German. And we have a little longer one. You and I actually presented this watch back when, and it stuck with you because you reached out to me, a few weeks later and said, hey, do you
know what
still
I was
have
thinking,
that
George?
watch?
I couldn't forget the dial. I remember we looked at it and I said, what am I going to pair that with? And then it hit me. I go, in my mind, I have all the pieces. They're all floating around. I remember when Francois at AP brought out that 1159 round.
And the first configuration, that aventurine dial.
Yes, and that's when it hit me. It's going to be a perfect pairing.
Yes. So white gold, little longer one, 36.8 millimeters, and a gorgeous aventurine dial, the signature asymmetric dial layout that is a longer one. And I think the moon phase is the most aesthetically pleasing complication that there is.
It's like I was marinating with the dial for almost 3-4 weeks before I called you back. It said, you still have the piece.
I still remember you called me on a Friday afternoon and said, do you still have that Long and Sewn that you and I talked about back when?
Because that's when the pairing, it flashed in my head. I said, that's the pairing.
Yep.
And that's what the pairing is going to be.
And I already knew, get it on a red strap. Yep. We'll be ready to rock.
Thank you.
So here we are.
So that's going to be something new for Shark Tank for season 18. I love this piece. Lange, I have others, as you know. German. Some people freak out about that.
Yeah, unbelievable engineering. I personally think oftentimes a little bit more of a colder, stoic aesthetic. Not on that piece though. The aventurine is very vibrant and beautiful and rich.
But the large numerals is sort of a hallmark of the
different
clock.
planes too.
Yeah, of course. And so it's really a lot of people don't know about it, but I love and respect the brand, and now I'm adding to the collection with it.
It's a great pickup.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, you gotta love this, and when you know in your mind what you're pairing it with, that's a big deal. Also, smaller caliber is kind of hip these days. This means my wife and daughter will be trying to steal it, but
that's a definite share watch. Women can easily wear that watch.
That's not going to happen on this piece. I have to beat them off with a stick. I see them going around You know, the collection, it's very, very
That's
risky.
one that could definitely appeal to a lot of women,
I
for
know
sure.
it will. I know it will.
Your other pickup is definitely one that's a little bit more off the beaten path.
And very, you know, for me, when you first proposed it, I said, well, I don't know, the acre.
Decan who?
Yeah, exactly. And so I started making calls, and I was quite surprised about the vibe.
Yep.
I mean, this
For those
guy,
who know, it's definitely one that's, for those who know, made less than 100 watches ever.
Yeah.
He's produced watches for a lot of the best manufacturers, one being Jaeger-LeCoultre, and then he's made some movements, very special, unique movements for some of the smaller independents. And he's now off on his own, young guy, 45 years old, 36 different patents. Here we have the David Can-Do DC6 is the name of the model. So it's a 30-degree, 60-second tourbillon. And some of the unique special features about this titanium watch, that's a 30-piece case, by the way, is the magic crown. So this crown that's down here at 6 o'clock, meant to be down here at 6 o'clock so that the crown doesn't go into your wrist at 3 o'clock. And you don't even know that it's really there until you push it and then pull it out, one position here, and then that's where you start winding. So that's your winding position. Really cool, innovative aspect to it. You push it down one position, and then that's where you rotate the time. So I'm now rotating the hands on the watch. And your time is over here on the left, which makes sense because you can see it when you're wearing a cuff, when you're wearing it on your left wrist. Your power reserve indicator is the top. It's 55 hours. Still water resistant if you forget to push the magic crown in. And there you have it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is about this one, George, the images online do not do it justice because of the 3D nature of this. You can actually touch the guilloche. I mean, there's no
crystal on
it.
Yep.
This 3D vibe is absolutely crazy. It's stunning, and even though it's a very large dial, it really fits the wrist in a unique way. And because it's titanium, it's immensely light. I mean, it's a stunning piece. I'm very proud to add it to the collection because I have nothing like it.
Yep, very, very unique.
Yeah.
43 millimeter case, titanium. The lugs angled down, so it actually wears smaller. It still has a big wrist presence, but it wears smaller than your average 43 millimeter watch.
And because David Can-Do is sort of a sports paraglider guy, a very funky kind of Velcro dial that actually fits with the vibe of the watch.
Yes, most
very
certainly does.
comfortable. I mean, that's stunning.
Very
It's
cool.
crazy. I know this will be a conversation starter.
That's for sure.
Flying tourbillon. I mean, it's in a 3D kind of space bubble.
You'll be asked what you're wearing.
Meet
for sure.
the Jetsons here. You know, it's like really, it's spectacular. Anyways, I'm very happy that you introduced me. I made a few calls beforehand to some real heavy hitter collectors. They said, "Yeah, we got the buzz on the guy."
You did your due
Yeah,
diligence.
well, I do that.
As you should.
As I should,
Yeah.
and you know, because it's coming in, it's unique. But two fantastic pieces. In fact, I'm going to put on this fantastic Lange as we go through our little day together here. I mean, it's so wonderful to actually share this with friends, but to be there the moment they actually arrive is fantastic because you're always going to remember that. And of course, thank you, George, for the signature red 45C band.
Of course, yeah, of course.
You know,
I refer to it as the new watch glow,
Yeah.
which I think is very real. When you get a new watch, you have a pep in your step, you just feel good, and that's what it's all
well,
about.
I'm going to be 2 peps and 2 steps because I've got 2 new ones I'll be showcasing tonight. Having dinner with the mayor. Not that I want to drop names, but I think he likes watches too.
There
so,
you go.
You know, this is
Always
that
making your
is
rounds.
spectacular.
Two amazing
I
watches
mean,
that couldn't
stop
be much
the
more
madness.
different. Look
Stop
at
the
that.
madness.
Yeah, very,
What?
very cool.
Are you kidding? That's a hell of a pairing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Different materials, different dials,
White gold,
different
right?
complications. White gold.
Titanium.
Titanium. Yep.
What are we talking? 37.
37 millimeters.
37.
Yep. And 43.
43. I mean,
Yep.
look, big brother,
Yep.
little brother, but they look fantastic together.
Awesome. Very, very
Love
cool.
it, love it, love it. All right, what else?
So now we're gonna take
remember,
a,
I challenged you last time we had this narrative. I said, look, George, stop with the asshole expensive pieces. Let's bring new people into watch collecting with affordability, but style,
Well,
grace, quality, dial.
Here we have, let's see, 9 watches from Breitling that range from $3,550 to $30,000, just below $30,000 in fact. Quartz to
So under 4,000 to over 30.
to just under 30.
Got it. Okay.
So the first one we'll start with, we'll make our way up by price, okay? So the first watch we have here is the Endurance Pro, 44 millimeters quartz chronograph.
Yeah.
The material is Breitling. It's their proprietary composite. Feel this. Very, very light, sporty
Ooh,
watch.
wow.
You can really do anything with it.
Spectacular
They
classic.
make it with red. Didn't have the red. Should have brought up the red
Well,
strap in the
shame
red
on you.
version. But
Shame on
yeah,
you.
so
That's,
we
2 points
yeah,
off.
that's
2 points off for
one
George.
strikeout. One
Yeah,
strikeout. But
that's it.
nonetheless, you can get a feel for a very cool, casual watch.
Price point?
$35.50.
Very, very
Yes.
affordable. Very sporty.
Yep.
Very light.
And it's
Classic
on the,
Breitling dial. A lot going on.
It's on the bigger side. However, it still fits. You know, Tim Masso did a review on it, and he says my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it still fits a smaller wrist. So even for those who have a smaller wrist, it's something that you should get on, try on, and see if it works for you.
It's okay. Look, I think that is extremely interesting. I think that's going to appeal to the sports people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think women are going to go for it.
No,
Too
I think
big.
yeah, I think too
You're
big.
also looking for that unisex kind of thing sometimes, but very sporty. Going to work with jeans. Going to work with t-shirts. Rugged, fantastic. Okay.
And they'll be making some NFL editions of that watch. So they
And
just
affordable.
partnered. They
And
just
affordable.
partnered with the NFL, and they're going to make team versions of that watch, which should be very cool.
Very nice. Okay.
So
Next on the hit parade.
next, we have, speaking of the NFL partnership, we have one of the new Chronomat GMT
Look
pieces.
at that dial.
This one really
It
pops.
pops.
So they made 40 for each of the 32 NFL teams. It's a $6,600 retail. GMT, second time zone, is shown here with this hand in 24 hours, military time. And then you have your regular time here.
All Breitling we got. Everything.
All Breitling. And then on the back, on the case back, you have a lion, because this is the Lions edition of
Yeah.
the watch. Bullet bracelet.
So George, is the Lions the only guys that get that blue?
No. Well, on this particular blue, yes. Yes.
Okay, that blue.
Yes, this blue really pops.
I mean,
It's
that
really good
blue
looking.
is the watch.
And what's nice about this too is it's subtle, the affiliation with the Lions. Like you didn't know as I was first showing it, and then the lion is just on the back of the watch.
No, I see it, but I
So-
got to be honest with you. Even if I am not a Lions fan, and I'm not, this dial's crazy.
Yep, it's awesome. It it's similar to like the Tudor Black Bay Chrono you have. It has that kind of like turquoise
so,
color
for
that
me,
people
this
really
is going
like.
to be seen from across the room.
Yes.
There's no question about it. People are going to come over and say, "What is it?" Spectacular in terms of what they've done with the polish.
And a very useful complication. So if
Yeah.
you're traveling, you have
Yeah.
a second time zone, it's easy to set. So very useful
Price
and a
point?
good value. $6,600.
Incredibly reasonable.
Yes.
I mean but I'm just saying, something about a dial. The second you see it, when it pops, it never changes. It's always going to be a winner. This is a winner.
And I know you're a big dial guy. That's
Yeah, no,
that's
it's a
your
winner.
first thing.
This
So-
is a kind of a unique blue you don't see too much of.
Yeah, it's different
It's
than
not the
those other.
Tiffany
It's
blue.
different than that.
Yeah.
So
I
cool,
like it a
fun
lot.
piece.
So
Yep.
far, it's the top of the hit parade.
Okay.
between the
Yeah,
two.
you're gonna have to do your order.
I'm always
at
going
the
to do
end.
that.
Yeah.
Somebody's heart's going to be broken amongst these watches. That's it. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. Next one. Let's move to one on a red strap for you.
Oh, yeah, there
Okay.
you
Here we
go.
go. So this is the top time, and they've done a bunch of different versions of it. This is the Ford Thunderbird version, so your classic car kind of
I
variation.
can see it
okay?
already from the dial.
Yeah, so the top time was introduced in the 60s by Willie Breitling. This is obviously a contemporary
Are
version of
Breitling
it.
kind of dipping back into the
They most
catalog?
most
and
certainly
pulling
are, and I
forward,
love it.
Which
And
a lot
it's
of guys are doing
yeah.
is working.
Yep, they most certainly are. So the next watch that we're going to talk about is a piece that was relaunched originally from the 40s. But yes, this piece, it has like that retro feel to it. It has a matte white dial where you can really see like the details and particulars on it. Deployant, buckle, and exhibition case back 01 movement, which is their own in-house 70-hour power reserve movement. Just a high-quality watch.
Yeah, classic. I mean, kind of vintage in the whole white thing going on there.
Yeah.
But even the Breitling logo is vintage.
Yes, it is.
They've updated it since then,
Yes,
but I
they've
like it
changed
a
it.
lot.
But yeah, no, that's
This is a pretty nice piece.
yes, it is. It's $73.50 retail.
Yeah. We're kind of moving
again
up
for
the ladder
an
as we go.
in-house movement.
Yeah.
Proprietary high quality movement. I mean, on that 01 movement, you can change the date on it at any time. So on your typical, ETA Valjoux-based chronograph, you should only be changing the date when the time is at 6:30, let's say. You don't want to do it between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. Yeah, you could really mangle the watch and mess it up. So it's a very rugged, reliable chronograph movement in that watch.
I think this is, they're really bringing it right now.
Yeah, no, they are. They're doing some really cool.
And
I was
what
actually
love about them,
really
they're
impressed by all of
respecting
this.
the entry-level collector and
Yes.
getting them into their brand. Breitling has a special place with travel and, aeronautics and
Yes.
everything else.
Yep.
It's a well-respected brand, but their dials are quite beautiful. This is also very interesting in a almost a more fashion, formal way. This is a tux watch. It could work.
Yeah, if you put it on a black strap, you could definitely pull
Yeah.
it off. The red
Yeah.
makes it a little bit more sporty.
I like it, but it also kind of picks up the red going
Yes,
in here.
exactly,
That's
and the
nice.
chrono hand.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like it? That's
Cool.
great. So those
All right,
are 3 hits.
Another throwback watch, okay? The Premier was first introduced by Willie Breitling in 1943. Here we have the
Legendary piece.
B09
Legendary
Premier Chrono manual wind now on this bad boy, okay? Pistachio dial. Pistachio's in right now.
It's going to be
the
I know it
the
is, but it's going to
crown
be the size of
is,
a brick if it goes back to the history.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is 40 millimeters.
Wow.
So really
Actually,
good size.
nice.
9350.
Yeah.
So again, sub 10,000 price point, and just a really high quality, good looking chrono.
Another situation where you can go from sport to formal with this piece if you're only buying one watch. It works both ways.
Yes, absolutely.
Brown is not my favorite strap on this. It could work with
You
red.
could do a lot with that.
Yeah.
You could do
You
red.
could go
You could
black.
do blue,
Yeah, you
navy
could
blue.
Yeah.
The interior color of that strap actually would look good as the outer
You're right.
color.
Yeah, you're right. You could flare up on the pistachio.
It's actually a pretty versatile dial color.
And that kind of Breitling vintage vibe.
Yep,
This is the classic.
exactly. So a lot of vintage inspired pieces they're doing right now.
This is really quite nice. Steel.
Yes,
And price again?
9350.
Okay, under $10,000, but that's you're not going to go wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
And
Love it.
different than most of their pieces are self-winding, but that's actually manual wind. So
Okay.
okay, next
now we're
piece.
moving above,
All right.
above 10 grand, right?
No, we're still below. Got a couple more that are below, in fact, several more that are below. Okay, Navitimer 01, now in a 41 millimeter size. The
Okay, but
original.
Going back into the modern look of Breitling here.
Yes,
'cause I can
so-
see the dial right away. Boom, Breitling.
Pilot's watch with your slide rule.
I mean, that
here.
is their look.
That's it. This
The
is
crown
this
also is the modern crown.
This to me is the most iconic. Breitling.
Yeah, it is,
When I think
it
of
is.
Breitling, I think of a Navitimer.
Yeah.
So this piece, 01 movement, 41 millimeters. So the ETA-based Navitimer from late 2000s was 43 millimeters. They then went to the 01 movement, and they made it all the way up to a Navitimer 0146.
That ran
This
into
now-
trouble in Asia.
It did.
Yeah.
Too big.
Too big,
So now
yeah.
they brought it down to a 41 millimeter size. This is the perfect
Although
contemporary
it's funny
size
with
for this,
collectors,
I
some of them want the monster.
think. Yeah, I mean, look, I still remember the days in the.
There's not too many watches that size.
Do you remember the Super Avenger?
I do.
So 48 millimeters. That
No,
thing
I know,
was
but-
that
but-
thing was a hockey puck.
It was a hockey puck, but it also found its way into collections because it was so crazy chicken.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was look at me.
look at me,
Right.
look at, you know.
I know where your head's going.
Yeah, that's where my head was
yeah.
going because I know the piece, and that's actually, it got a lot of accolades and a lot of criticism.
Yeah.
And I
It
think
was
that's when
super
management
popular,
finally,
though.
I got it, but management said, okay, maybe we're going a little too far.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the next thing going to be? A watermelon? Like,
Right.
you know, it
Right.
was
They
too
were
big.
doing the Bentley
know,
motors,
I
48
know.
millimeter pieces.
yeah.
But Breitling was like my first love. It really was.
It's
It was
a lot of guys coming into collecting always start there for sort of their sports look in some ways, and they stay. I've got a good friend in Boston who his go-to is that piece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
whenever
a-
I
it's a
see him,
very
I see him, I say,
cool,
you have so
versatile
many
piece.
pieces. What are you wearing that for? He said, I don't know. It just fits me. Like it's my thing. And that's what happens with collectors. You've got to keep rotating your dials. I mean, why do you have them if you're not wearing them? And by the way, a watch that's kept in a safe, dark and lonely gets pissed off at you. Know that.
If you're not wearing a watch, I'm somebody who thinks that you should trade it into something else. You should wear all the watches that
And
you
I
own.
do.
Yeah.
I make sure everybody gets the love.
Yes, I see that all
Yeah.
the time. So very, very cool piece.
All right, let's stay
Okay,
on
so
track.
the other major icon for the brand is the chronomat. So
Well, it is. However, there is a little competition for. I mean, these two are the.
yep. These
These
two,
are the big-
Navitimer and Chronomat,
yeah,
are the two main families for the brand. I mean, there's
Yeah.
also the Super Ocean
It's
Heritage.
really a
but-
preference. It really is, because this means to me more. Although a lot of guys wear that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I still remember the Chronomat Evolution.
Right.
When I first started in the industry, it was unbelievably popular. So now here we are with the in-house movement, the O1 movement again. This is the New England Patriots version. They did.
So they bought the
100
license from all the
They
NFL
did
brands.
all 32 teams. There are 104 of.
So if you're
each
a
version.
crazy Breitling collector, you got to go the circle. You'd have to. I mean, that would be a real tough. Imagine having that in your collection, every single team. Somebody's going to do it.
Somebody will do it, and
Somebody-
when you do it, take a picture, promote it. That would be
It'll
very,
be
very
a
cool.
big deal
That
out
would be
there.
a big deal.
Yeah,
That'd be
it would be a
very,
big
very
deal,
cool.
yeah.
Another cool, high quality piece, good price point in the 9,000, sub 10,000 retail, exhibition case back.
A little heavier watch.
Yeah, it is, and thicker too.
But also quite elegant. It's a statement piece.
Yep, that bracelet is definitely catches eyes.
Yeah. I really like the logo thing with the NFL.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
It's
And on
subtle.
that
It's,
one,
it's not in your
yeah,
face
it's
on
not.
the
It's
dial,
not.
right?
And that one you see the New England logo on the front of the dial, whereas on the Chronomat GMT, it's on the back.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. This is pretty nice.
it's cool.
When you really look at the dial up front, you're just saying, wow, bring it home, baby. I mean, it's.
I know some people in Philly who have the Eagles version who wear it very loud and proud.
Yeah, I
So,
get it. I
yeah.
mean, that's the great thing about it. Also
Yeah.
very nice.
All
All
right.
right, we're coming home here.
Yeah,
4 more
we are.
pieces.
Okay, so Super Ocean Heritage. This is more like their dive watch.
Yeah.
So 200 meters of water resistance. Date at 6 o'clock. This one with the rose gold bezel, $8,000 retail, and the signature mesh bracelet on it.
So I know this piece, and what makes it such an interesting piece is the gold against the mesh. I mean, it's actually quite a beautiful piece.
It
I mean,
is.
It's
Really
really
nice.
It's a signature piece, and it really does stand out. Price point
Breitling,
on this one again?
8,000.
8,000.
And what's cool about Breitling is their bracelets and/or straps are interchangeable. So that can go on a rubber strap. You can mix that up. The Navitimer can be put on a
the
bracelet.
mesh is so elegant.
Yeah, it's very comfortable
Yeah.
too. Yep.
But this
Lightweight.
this works sporty, but also very elegant for formal. I mean, it works both ways.
Yeah, you could definitely dress it up more
Yeah.
on the sporty side.
This
But
is going to be in the top quartile of the picks today. I
okay,
can tell you.
okay. Well, we got the heavy hitters coming
All
up
right,
as the
okay, here
last
we
two.
go.
Okay,
Now remember, just because it's the most expensive doesn't mean it's the best.
correct.
For you, it depends on the dial. I never let money get in the way of a good dial. That's what I say. I mean, I'm wearing a crazy expensive. Well, this is nuts in terms of price, but they're both nuts
Yeah,
today.
they are. They're more.
nuts.
So what? Those are the inspirational.
They're inspirational, but
Yeah.
together it's going to be difficult to wear them because I have, yeah, this is tough to get again.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Trivia question for you. Gold version of the Chronomat.
Yeah.
Big chunk of gold. How much do you think it is?
I would have to put that at 30K.
25,000.
Okay.
Good guess.
Yeah.
So this one has a very striking, vibrant green dial, green rubber strap, deployant buckle, exhibition case back. Again, the O1 movement.
But for guys these days, particularly in Miami, where this kind of stuff is huge, this says, I've got a gold watch on. Did you notice?
Yes, exactly.
And it's a honkin' monster, and it's beautiful. And gold with green always works.
Yeah.
Always works.
Looks really good.
It looks really good. Yeah. I mean, I have to tell you, it's for 25K.
I think it's a good value in
It's a
today's
great
market,
value.
with how crazy the pricing has gotten
Yeah.
on a lot of pieces. I actually think Breitling's a terrific value across the board. The
And
last
it's a
piece in
name,
particular.
the great thing about Breitling, it's made its way into popular culture. It's known. I mean, it's been around long enough. So, if you're going to settle on putting in 25K into a piece, or you're gifting it to your husband or somebody else, it's not a woman's watch, although I bet you there's some women out there wearing this monster, because that's happening.
If you can carry it, it would be very cool.
It reminds me of Bethany Frankel, who
Yeah,
I work with.
right.
She does that kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
In your face.
More and more women are wearing men's watches. And more and more men are wearing smaller watches. The
Yeah, no,
case
I'm really
sizes of
grooving
men-
on
yeah.
30. You know,
Yeah.
I like it. I like both. I mean, I want to be in both.
Yeah.
This is very nice, George.
Yeah. No, then my personal favorite, be interested to see how you end up ranking all these. Here we have Navitimer Perpetual Calendar.
Yep.
Okay. So column wheel, vertical clutch, platinum bezel, stainless steel, exhibition case back, super high quality watch, glacier blue dial, the signature stainless steel Navitimer bracelet, $29,500 retail.
I know
So
the
sub
piece.
30,000.
I know the piece. It's in some ways an acquired taste. You got to love that because it's a monster beast. I mean, in every way.
Yeah, the dial really pops, you know.
It does, but it's a very much when you wear that piece, you're saying, "I got this thing."
Yes.
Like it's not a subtle
it's
watch,
not. No.
but it's beautiful in that sense.
And again, an incredible value. I mean, it's hard to find a perpetual chrono in that from a premier brand at that price point.
Yeah.
So they really did. That's a new release from this year. Been incredibly well received. Has sold really well. So that's a winner. That's my personal top pick. I'm looking forward.
I can
to
see
seeing
why.
how you're
I can
gonna-
see why. I can see why. It's huge.
So let's see where do they match up? How do you do it?
Okay, so let's go. Just remember, I'm a dial guy, agnostic to price. I'm going to forget what the prices were. And this is what's magic about watch collecting. When you get your metric into a place, and you are able to, and I'm very fortunate, I don't care about price, I care about dial, but I also love many watches that cost, some of them are under $1,000 that I love. Doesn't matter. So, I happen to really fall in love with this.
Yeah, you liked that one.
Yeah, I did, and I think it's very elegant. Okay, so here's where I'm going. Ready? Number one, put it up at the top.
Oh wow! All right, look at
This
that.
dial was so well done. The second I saw it, because I hadn't seen this, this is number two.
Okay.
It could have been number one, and it's not that expensive.
No, it's
But
a great value.
if you're looking at getting a Breitling and you never had one, I mean, look at that.
Yeah, that's a
20
winner.
feet away, you're going to see that watch.
Yeah.
Price on this one again?
6,600.
Okay, 6,600, and you've got a Breitling monster beast. I mean, that is just
With the complication
yeah.
and the date.
You know, it's the Breitling guys and whoever designed this watch.
Well done.
I'm going to give
Bravo.
you a 9.24 out of 10 on this. That's fantastic. I mean, it's a really nice piece. I could easily make it number one, but it's so those two
Okay.
are the hit parade. Now it gets a little more difficult. Yeah.
We've got the manual wine
Yeah,
pistachio.
yeah.
We've got the Navitimer.
I really like the pistachio, by the way. It's on trend right now.
It is.
Okay, it's number three. It's
Okay,
fantastic.
all right.
It's you know, look at these dials. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the
look
podium
at
right
the
there.
difference
Yeah,
in those dials.
very
So
different.
if you were just going to start your Breitling collection, I just gave you three fantastic dial
You most
ideas.
certainly did.
They are so far apart, but that's what you want. Every day you'll look at this saying, which darling am I going to wear today? You know, like that is really something else.
A lot of variety. Three
Yeah.
different strapper bracelets.
Yeah.
3 different
But
dials.
because the whole vintage thing
3
is
different families.
is cooking. No, this is a tough one. This is really tough because this monster was really interesting. Okay, number four.
Okay.
It
the
it
big
deserves.
gold green dial.
Yes,
chronomat.
and it's you know, like, hello, I'm gold.
Right.
Okay, so that's number four. I've been holding this back because I love it. It's a beautiful piece.
It is.
Yeah, and I know it's your number one.
Yep.
So I'm going to make this the number five.
Okay.
And the thing is, I've just shut out the prices. I don't care. It's, and you should, of course, never buy a watch you can't afford. Don't borrow to buy a watch. But you got to fall in love with the dial. You got to fall in love with the dial and just say, I'm so proud to wear this thing. That's what matters. Because people aren't going to say to you, oh, how much did you pay for that? They're going to say, wow, what a beautiful watch, right?
Right.
It's not the first thing people think of. Now it gets a little more interesting. Yep, classic Breitling. Also beautiful. I mean, they're kind
2
of
classic models right there.
Yeah.
Retro.
Yeah, retro. Okay.
Top time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 6 there. then I gotta go here for 7 because frankly, this is so classic. It's ridiculous,
Yep.
right?
The 41
But
millimeter.
I'm not against that
Navitime Aero
piece.
1.
8 and 9.
And the
the only
Endurance
reason
Pro
this
bringing up the
is
rear.
very, very, very niche in terms of the people who are going to buy this. You're a sports diver dude.
Yep.
I mean,
Cycling.
you're
Running.
It's an in-your-face piece, and I love that. But it's not the first piece I jump into. I mean, these two are just.
Yeah.
These are must-haves.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're really
But
great.
yeah, they're really doing some great things. That's for sure.
George, you did a spectacular job today because, I mean, we've talked a lot about entry level. We want entry level. These are entry level. Nothing wrong with any of these pieces, but that blue and that gold on black, these two are. Look,
Those are your top.
Give
those
us
are
the
your
price
top
difference again.
8,000 for the one with some
Yeah.
gold, and 6,600 for the Chronomat GMT.
Get them
So,
both.
there you have
Because, I mean, they're so different, you know, and also it's your first watch, nothing wrong with Breitling because the brand is known all over the world. George, fantastic.
Thank
really,
you, Kevin.
really great.
That was fun.
And, you know, we got it.
Love
we're gonna
breaking
keep
down different
bringing
brands
you
with you.
the crazy chicken stuff and the entry level stuff. You start entry, you go crazy chicken later. Because good things happen in life when you wear a good watch. That's what happens. People like you more. I hate to say that, but it's true.